Good day, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope that everyone had a good week. I'm Kathy W. Welcome to the August 8th chat. Today's chat is a little bit of this and a little bit of that. For anyone who is new, maybe take a minute to grab a cup of tea or coffee or your water and your yarn. These Friday videos are usually 10 to 15 minutes. Today's might be a bit longer though. August is turning into a really fun month with lots happening, and I would like to share it all with you. Last weekend, Jeff and I went on a road trip. This time it was not to a yarn shop. Indigo is a community of about 400 people. That's where we went. It's a short drive from where I grew up. A very busy place during the summer. There are rental cottages, a beautiful pier with a lighthouse. People enjoy all kinds of water sports and fishing. In Indigo, there is an annual art show every year, and here is a picture of Tammy, the owner of What a Doll Hand Knits, and Judy and me, although it wasn't planned that the three of us would meet at Tammy's booth. That was wonderful that the three of us got to see each other there last Saturday. Now, last year, I purchased a cute bunny named Maxine from Tammy, and this year I was on the hunt for another little bunny. Almost came home with a cute gray one, and then Tammy said, "Oh, look, here is one that is purple and blue." At first sight, I knew that bunny was the one for me. This newest purchase is named Bella, and she is definitely beautiful. And here's Maxine. So now I have a pair of bunnies. So that day, last Saturday, we had a nice visit with Tammy, and then popped into Blenheim to see my mother, and then popped in to have a short visit with Judy as well. So it was quite a nice day. Maybe you would like to share in the comments about summer events that are happening, whether the event is in real life or online. We can let each other know about fun things. Oh, and if the event is an in-person one, if you can mention the province or state and country where it is happening. For next week, I will try to have all these upcoming events typed up and put in the description box so we can share with each other. And speaking of upcoming things for August, if you are interested in online events that I'm popping in for, there are a couple of free events that I'm participating in. One is a crochet hosted by a crochet person, and the other is by a knitting host. However, that second one could be helpful for both knitters and crocheters. More about both of those toward the end of the video. This week was one where I was feeling a bit out of sorts. Just settled in with my yarn and spent quite a bit of time indoors. The good thing is that means that there are quite a few things that I have finished this week, and a couple that I have plans to start for next week. Now, the first finished item is a pillow. It was on my hook for a while, and I was inspired to make this after seeing the latch hook pillow cover that Diane from My Pink Bathtub made during her Christmas in July videos. I have a pillow upstairs that I use every night to support my shoulder, and that pillow has seen better days. This one will be my replacement, and on my new pillow cover I put buttons on it so it can be removed and laundered. Now this pattern is by Pam's Cozy Corner. It is called the Textured Pillow Cover, and it is available for free on her website, or there's a paid pattern on Ravelry. To make this one, I used Mary Maximum Value yarn in the color light pink. I used a little over 1 skein of yarn, and the hook is a 5.5 millimeter. And here, I'll bring it up close so you could see the stitches in this. There we go. It's an 18 by 18 inch pillow that I made. There we go. And for anyone who is new to watching, if you would like to find any patterns mentioned or any of the creators who I mentioned, there's always information about how to find them in the description box below. Now for the next finished items, happy to start back into the make-alongs that I took a break from during July. One of those is the Wednesday Wipeout. I'm making dishcloths each week this year, and I will wait till the end of August to show all of the autumn themed ones that Laura has everyone making during August. There will be quite a few dishcloths for me to show this month because I will be catching up and making the July ones and the August ones. So yeah, quite a few for the last month of August. Now another make-along is by Rosanna. That's Crochet with Nona. Rosanna is her channel. And this month the book cover inspiration is a book by Elizabeth Wine called Codename Verity. There were some bright colors in this book cover. I'll move over a bit and show it to you here, but I didn't use the bright colors. I found a variegated yarn that has some of the colors in the grass and the fence, and I decided to make a hat using this yarn. So that's the hat that I made. The pattern for this one is called the Burst Beanie. The yarn is Nako Vision Anatolia, and the pattern is by Brienne from Hooked on Homemade Happiness. I used a 5.5 millimeter hook for this one. So that's the first hat that I made. The next hat that I made, for this one I used Bernat Super Value, and that is in the color Damson. There. Now this one is for another make-along hosted by Judy from Judy's Creations in Crochet. She has a picture of a butterfly each month. And I'll show a picture of the butterfly. The butterfly had a couple of shades of purple, and I chose 2 yarns that are very close to the darker shade. There, this is the second one. Now, so far, I have a hat completed, and for next week, I hope to make a cowl or a scarf to go with. Actually, for both of the hats, I hope to have something to go with them. Now, this is the hat that I made. This is also by Brienne from Hooked on Homemade Happiness. This hat is called Flower Petal Cap, and it is available as part of this year's Crochet Along for a Cause event. Actually, the Burst Beanie pattern, the other hat that I made this week, was part of a previous year's Crochet Along for a Cause event too. So when it comes to online events this month, I will share about 2 of these events that I will be following in case you would like to jump in and join along. One event that I sort of just mentioned with the finished hats is one that I have been following. This is actually my 3rd year in a row. I'm so grateful to Brianne from Hooked on Homemade Happiness for hosting Crochet Along for a Cause 2025. The details for the event are in Brianne's blog on her website. She offers a free hat pattern and an accompanying pattern, such as a baby blanket or a prayer shawl or a scarf. And after downloading a free pattern of the item you will be making, you pledge to make 1 or more and then donate it to a local school, to a hospital, or to a shelter. If you join Brianne's social media or her email, she will send prompts to let you know when the next pattern becomes available. Each Friday for 8 weeks, there are patterns made available to select from. This event started on July 11th, and the previous week's patterns are still available. This is the event that I look forward to each year for hat sets that I make for casting off the cold. In case you're interested, I will put the link to Brianne's June 26th blog post with all the details about the event in the description box. And a second event that I'm really excited about, starting on this coming Monday on the 11th, there is a new to me event by Jessica A's. This will be free to join. It's called a Handmade Holiday Challenge. On Facebook and sometimes on Zoom, Jessica will be sharing hints and tips to help plan and to help make progress on holiday season makes. There is a sign up to join the free version, and it starts this coming Monday. Replays will be available for all the sessions. Again, the link to Jessica's sign up will be in the description box. And the third event that I will be busy working toward is making 1 more blanket for Boggy Creek. Nancy has been receiving them, and this year's collection has begun. There have been a few people asking, what is Boggy Creek Camp, and why are all these blankets getting collected? This week I wanted to reach out to one of the people on the blanket brigade to ask them what would be the best video to link to answer all those questions, so that all the information is there for you. And I am so sorry. I slipped up and didn't get that done. It's not been my best week this past week, but I will definitely do this and let you know this coming Friday. And now for anyone who is new, each week, except during July when it was really busy with Christmas in July, the chapter titles in a book that I purchased have been prompts for a bit of a chat at the end of the videos. There are only 5 chapters left in the book. Time has gone by so quickly this year, and this week I read what the author wrote about taking a day off, and will share additional thoughts. These are my insights after I thought about what Carrie, the author, wrote in this week's chapter about taking a day off. So totally, definitely, I agree with taking time off from crochet and knitting. And this is something that I do once a week, every week that I can. It seems to fuel things somehow, gets the creative juices going for me to do that. And I think that it might bring balance to my week, doing a few other things. Also, my muscles and joints might do well to have a day where I'm not crocheting or knitting. There are some weeks when it is not possible, but if I can set aside everything about yarn for one day, then I feel so great, like a renewed energy when I get back to it the next day. Also, though, this brings up another related thing, one that is a struggle. This is not the day off. This is on the other days. On the days that I am with my yarn and in the zone, busy knitting or crocheting, I often lose track of time, end up sitting for a long time without a break. Taking a day off, all is good. Taking 15-minute breaks here and there during the day, not so good at that. Although that is equally important, it's still a work in progress and not so good at that. Oh, and if you would ever want to find a copy of this book to read Carrie's perspective about these 30 ways to ignite your creativity, the little spark, I typed a few places in the description box of where you can find a copy if you'd like. So thank you so much for being here, for sharing in your comments and leaving your thumbs. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Enjoy your crochet, enjoy your knitting, and I hope to see you next Friday.